Time to get your collar pressed. Time to get yourself all dressed. Time to get your shiny dance shoes on, 'cause everybody's jumping at Jax. All the kids are coming down just to dig the swinging sound. You can hear the band from miles away, 'cause everybody's jumping at Jax. Here's a little well-known secret, sure as there's the sky above.
Nothing could be any sweeter
than dancing with the one you love. When life is like a sour note, here's a happy antidote. Come to where the party never ends, 'cause everybody's jumping at Jax.
Hey everybody, welcome to Campus JAX. Good to see you all here on a Sunday for some big band jazz in Orange County, the birthplace of jazz music. And we're happy to have you here. Want to let you know, if this is your first time to Campus JAX, or even if it's not, that there's music 6 nights a week here at Campus JAX, and Thursdays are always jazz nights, Sundays are often jazz nights, other nights are also sometimes jazz nights, but there's all sorts of different types of music and things going on here, so we appreciate you supporting live music, supporting this venue, and recommending it to your friends. A lot of great stuff on the calendar coming up, so I won't bother you with that. You can check the calendar, but do make sure to do that. I also wanted to take care of a little bit of business that Joey Sellers wanted me to apologize to everybody in advance. And for now, guys, I'm excited to introduce this band for the second time at Campus JAX. I actually met Chad 15 years ago, right? When he was still a student, and since then he's obviously come to LA and has just kind of barnstormed the town, and now he's making hundreds of dollars a year playing jazz trumpet. So we're thrilled to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chad Willis Jazz Orchestra.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight. That was a Patrick Williams tune. We did. I like the orchestration, how it sounds like a really big band, you know. So you might hear songs tonight that aren't usually played by a lot of big bands, and I'm very happy to bring some of these songs to you tonight. So this next one is a song that, if you've ever seen a film called The World of Maynard Ferguson, this is a song from that video entitled El Dopa. trying to regain my consciousness here. So we definitely have a change of pace. Monty Python would say, and now for something completely different. I would like to bring out a wonderful singer, a wonderful person, Mark Kopitzke.
I don't know about you, but that song hit me in all the right places. I got goosebumps. My goodness. One more time for the Chad Willis Jazz Orchestra over here. Yes. So we're going to do a song about a mystical place befitting this magical band, Avalon. I found my love in Avalon, beside the bay. I left my love in Avalon and sailed away. I dream of her in Avalon from dusk till dawn, and so I think I'll travel on to Avalon. In Avalon, beside the bay. I left my love in Avalon and sailed away. I dream of her in Avalon from dusk till dawn, and so I think I'll travel on to Avalon. Well, that was arranged by Dave Cavanaugh, and for Nat King Cole's album, Welcome to the Club. And if that wasn't a welcome, I don't know what is. And thank you so much for coming out to Campus JAX. And our fearless leader, Chad Willis here, selected a number. Yes, one more time for Chad Willis. Selected a number of wonderful Nat King Cole charts for me to be able to sing tonight. Some I've sang before, some never, and some that we've never seen before. Very excited to be singing these. And next up, this one is written by Ruby Bloom and lyrics by Johnny Mercer. And it is Day In, Day Out, arranged by Billy May. Day in, day out, the same old voodoo follows me about. The same old pounding in my heart whenever I think of you. And darling, I think of you day in and day out. Day in, day out. Same old voodoo follows me about. When I awake with a tingle. One possibility in view, that possibility of maybe seeing you. Come on, rain, come on, shine. I meet you and to me the day is fine. And I kiss those lips and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar, 1,000 drums. Can it be that it's love? Can there be any doubt when there it is, day in, day out? Come rain, sunshine. I meet you and to me the day is fine. And I kiss her lips and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar. 1,000 drums. Can it be that it's love? Can there be any doubt? When there it is, day in, day out. And I kiss those lips and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar. 1,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can there be any doubt? When there it is, day in, day out. Swing. Well, this next one here is almost like being in love, written for the musical Brigadoon. Musical, of course, about the Scottish village that only came to life one day every 100 years. It became a jazz standard, and the musical had barely been open before Frank Sinatra or Fitzgerald put out their own versions of the song. And Lerner and Lowe, who wrote the song, had many, many jazz standards over the years, wrote for many different musicals like My Fair Lady and Camelot. But Nat King Cole's version was aptly featured in the credits for Bill Murray's film, Groundhog Day, arranged by Nelson Riddle. Come on, let's do it. What a day this has been, what a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. I've a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling, swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love. Seems to be just like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling, swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love. One more time with this incredible orchestra.
Mark Kopitzke. You know, one of my jobs is to showcase all these wonderful musicians, and I haven't been announcing them after the tunes when they've done some stuff. So back there on the first tune, we had some Matt Franke playing. We had Tommy Griffith, Matt Franke, Phil O'Connor, right? Oh. Brian Velasco. We had Jimmy Emerzian. Am I missing anybody? If I've missed, I'll make it up. This next tune, I wanted to feature my friend Philip Wack, and I found this tune that Doc Severinsen did. It's an arrangement of Body and Soul. And the second I heard it, I wanted Philip to play it. So, no pressure. Here is Body and Soul. Philip Wack. That was also a song, we did 2 rehearsals kind of to work on some music for this concert. We did not get to that one, so that was our rehearsal. So. This next song, I did my undergrad in North Texas, and there's an arranger, composer, Rich DeRosa, who was there while I was there, and he, for the different bands that we were in, he would write specific parts for the band members. And this is just one of the songs that he wrote while I was there. It was really nice. He came up to me before rehearsal. He was like, "Hey, Chad, I got something for you." And you'll see. It's just an honor to play this, honor to work with Rich and to have these compositions to play. So this is his composition entitled Perseverance. It's such a wonderful song that's just not played enough. Thank you, Rich DeRosa. So we had a few people play on that. Who do we have? Roger Garcia. Was that Philip Wack? Brian Velasco again, right? Yeah. You know, this is a very hard working rhythm section, I have to say. I expect a lot, and they bring it every time. So it's Marcello on drums. John on bass. John Urban. John DePatty on guitar. Definitely not unsung heroes, but I would like to bring up the beautiful Maria to come sing a couple songs.
This next tune is called You've Come a Long Way from St. Louis. And when I first read about the lyrics, there's a line in there talking about you've come a long way from St. Louis, but baby, I'm from Missouri too. Kind of like, I see you. I know what you're about. I know where you came from. And I thought, that must be from a musical. There must be some storyline behind that. But as I looked into it, no, it's just a popular song. This particular arrangement was recorded by June Christie. And I don't know who came or went from St. Louis, but it's about someone coming up through society. You've come a long way from St. Louis. You came a long way from St. Louis. You climbed the ladder of success. I've seen the town and country cars that are parked out in front of your fancy dress. You came a long way from St. Louis. You broke a lot of hearts between. I've seen a gang of gloomy guys who were doing all right till you came on the scene. You came here from the Middle West and certainly impressed the population hereabout. Well, baby, I got news for you. I'm from Missouri too, and I know what you're about. You got 'em dropping by the wayside, a feeling I ain't gonna know. You came a long way from St. Louis, but baby, you still got a long way to go. This next tune was recorded by, again, I just want to say written. Recorded by Miss Ella Fitzgerald about having a positive outlook on life, looking up, and it's called Accentuate the Positive. gather round me while I preach some. Feel the sun coming on me. The topic will be sin, and that's what I'm again. If you wanna hear my story, then settle back and just sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right. You've got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread your out to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith or pandemonium's liable to walk onto the sea. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in a well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? They said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. Latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. Thank you.
Maria. We'd like to bring Mark back up. Mark Kopitzke, please. Calling Mark Kopitzke.
Well, coming to Campus JAX is really special because I actually met my wife here at that table. I was assigned a seat next to her, and so whenever I come to Campus JAX, thank you for introducing me to my wife. When we were first dating, I was living in San Pedro, and she was living in South Orange County, so we didn't get to see each other very often, but when we did, we tried to make up for the lost time. We tried to make the night go on forever, and so this next song always makes me think about that, you know, young love. So we're gonna linger a while, and we're gonna do a little bit of a walking my baby back home. Gee, it's great after being out late, walking my baby back home. Arm in arm over meadow and fire, walking my baby back home. We go along harmonizing a song, or I'm reciting a poem. The hours go by and they give me the eye, walking my baby back home. We stop for a while, she gives me a smile and snuggles her head on my chest. We started to pet, and that's when I get her powder all over my vest. After I kinda straighten my tie, she has to borrow my comb. One kiss, then we continue again, walking my baby back home. She's afraid of the dark, so I have to park outside of her door till it's light. She says if I try to kiss her, she'll cry. I dry her tears all through the night. Hand in hand to a barbecue stand, right from her doorway we roam. Eats and then we continue again, walking my baby, talking my baby, loving my baby. I don't mean maybe, walking my baby back home. Swing, yes. Well, the version of this next song, Orange Colored Sky, is a result of the lone collaboration of Nat King Cole and the Stan Kenton Orchestra. Nat King Cole's version has to be one of the most enduring, but the recording featured a young Maynard Ferguson in the horn section, screeching the horn parts. It's been reinterpreted many times, including Danny Kaye and even Adam West for an episode of Batman in 1966. Yes. Check that on the YouTube for a good time. Here's Orange Colored Sky. I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bang, Alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bang, Alakazam, I gotta look at you. One look and I'll timber. Watch out for flying glass, 'cause the ceiling pulling and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin, I shot a shot, I've been hit. This is it, I-T-A. I was walking along, minding my business, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bang, Alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. And I'll timber. Watch out for flying glass. Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin, I shot a sound, I've been hit. This is it, RTA. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, Alakazam, out of an orange color, purple stripe, pretty green polka dot sky. Flash, bam, Alakazam, and goodbye. Wow, what a most disturbing sound. I thought love was much softer than that. Yeah, give it up for our brass section, huh? Yes. Well, this will be the last song that I sing this evening, but so much more show to go here. And it's a Cole Porter's Just One of Those Things. And it was included on Nat King Cole's 1957 album of the same name. And it was an album all about the ends of love affairs. This is arranged by Billy May. It was just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on gossamer wings. It was one of those things. If we thought of it by the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we'll meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. One of those bells that now and then rings, just one of those things. Trip to the moon on gossamer wings. It was one of those things. If we thought of it, about the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we'll meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. Thank you so much. Chad Willis Jazz Orchestra, everybody. Yes.
Mark Kopitzke. Mark, you're really good, okay? Well, you know, a lot of these tunes are really, really fast, so I'm not trying to play fast songs all night long. This next... This next song is a wonderful Chris Walden, right? Chris Walden arrangement to feature the band. I hope you like it. It's called Bailout. I don't know the story of the chart. You'll like the chart. We had Brian Velasco on that. Mr. Jolie Sellers on that. I would love to welcome Maria back onto the stage.
Hello again. Now, this next tune is indeed from a musical. It's a minxy little number. The musical is originally called Damn Yankees, which I have not seen that, but it is apparently a comedic retelling of like the Faust legend, where this man who's highly successful and has all the trappings of the world that anyone could ever ask for decides he's bored, and makes a deal with the devil for, I don't know, an endless power, supposedly. Anyway, in the musical, this tune is sung by the devil's assistant, and it's whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets, and little man, little Lola wants you. Make up your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, resign yourself, you're free. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your clothes, don't you know you can win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you feel given. No regrets. You're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fool. Given. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. That's it from me.
Maria. Oh, man. So we have one more song for you tonight. I know. Our evenings come to an end. But we're going to do a very special song that no big band has ever played before. So there is a trumpet player who passed within the last couple of years. His name was Gary Grant. And on his last album, a composer named Wally Minko wrote a song for him called called Tres Gatos Profundus, so 3 cats. And I just loved the song, and I reached out to Wally, and he was thrilled to write it for the band. So I thought it very fitting to today is Gary Grant's birthday. So I thought it'd be very nice for us to play a song for Gary, and thanks. And I hope you enjoy. welcome to our rehearsal. We're gonna take it from 177.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Willis and the Jazz Orchestra, plus Mark Kopitzke and Maria Schaefer. I learned a few things tonight. First of all, I didn't know the devil had an assistant. That's 2, Chad Willis likes to do a lot of hard music in one show. 3, the trumpet has a whole upper range I never knew about, so that's really awesome. Good to find that out. Hey, once again, how about it for this band? Mr. Chad Willis. And again, for this great venue, Campus JAX, for giving us a place to do this kind of music in a quality setting and with great food and all that. We thank you for being here to support it and hope to see you again back here real soon on a Thursday or Sunday or maybe some other night.
One more thing I forgot to announce to everyone in the band. The trumpet section, Brad Black, Matt Franke, Sean, Roger Garcia. Trombones, we got Robert Todd, Tommy Griffith, Joey Sellers, Bob Lawrence. Saxophones, we got Tim McKay, Phil Feather, Phil O'Connor, Phil Wack, yes, 3 Phils. And Jimmy. Yeah, sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. Rhythm section, we got Marcello over here. We have John Urban, Brian Velasco, and John DePatti, Maria Schaefer, and Mark Kopitzke. Thank you so much for coming out. Chad Willis Jazz Orchestra, thank you so much for having us.